Hi, I am Tiffany Benson, and today I'll be demonstrating the set model of base 10 blocks to show you how to regroup when adding in second grade. Before we get started, I'm going to explain what manipulatives I'm going to use. I'm going to be using a set of base 10 blocks. This first thing right here is called a unit, and it represents 1. This right here is called a long, and it represents 1/10, or as we know it, 10 of these little ones, or units. This right here is a flat, and it represents 1/100, or 10 of these longs, or 100 of these units. So now that we know our vocabulary, we're going to move on to our problem. Sam and Sally went to the park to pick up some rocks. Sam picked up 27 rocks and Sally picked up 18 rocks. How many rocks do Sam and Sally have all together? Now, after we read the problem, we need to look for and circle the critical information. So we see that Sam picked up 27 rocks. Let's circle 27. And we also see that Sally picked up 18 rocks. 18 rocks. Let's circle 18 also. Now we need to underline our question. Right here it says, how many rocks do Sam and Sally have all together? Let's underline that. My paper actually says, how many rocks do the kids have all together? Now that we know what we are trying to figure out, let's set up our model. So we know that Sam has 27 rocks. So we're going to use 2 of our 10s and 7 of our units or ones. So there's our 7. Okay, so we have 27. And we know that Sally picked up 18 rocks. So we're going to use 1, 10, and 8 of our ones. Be sure that all of these are lined up in the correct column. You always want to be sure that your ones are in the ones column and your tens are in the tens column. You don't want anything over here like this. You always want it to be divided. So that brings me to my next comment about misconceptions. One misconception that usually happens is kids think that since we read left to right, then that's how we do our addition problems, is left to right. But actually, it is right to left. You always want to start in the ones column and then move to the left. You never ever want to start in the far left and move to the right, because then your addition will be off. So let's look at our ones column first. We know that we have 8 ones and 7 ones right here. So 8 plus 7 is 15. So we know that we can't have 15 ones down here. We just can't do that. You can't have 15 ones in the ones column. So what we need to do is we need to regroup or trade out ones for some 10s, or for a 10 long. Okay, so we need to count 10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so here's our 10, and we need to trade it out for another long, or a 10 here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that one up here. So that leaves us with 5 ones in the ones column. See our 5 right here? We're going to have 5. I'm going to put that down here so we know that that's how many we have. Okay, so now we're going to move these out of the way. So now we have 2 10s and 1 10, and then we have our other 10 up here that we just regrouped from our ones over here. Now we just need to add these two. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 10s and 5 ones. So let's restate our question into a statement. If Sam picks up 27 rocks and Sally picks up 18 rocks, then they have 45 rocks all together. We see our 4 10s right here, and we have our 5 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hi, I'm Tiffany Benson, and today I'm going to demonstrate for you a 4th grade elapsed time lesson using a number line, which is a linear model. Let's jump right in and read our problem. John and Sam want to go to a movie that starts at 7:15 p.m. If it is 11:30 a.m. right now, how long is it until the movie starts? Let's look for our critical information in our word problem. We see that right now it is 11:30 a.m., so let's circle that time. Then we also see that the movie that they want to go to starts at 7:15 p.m. Let's circle that time as well. I also want us to take a different color and circle AM and PM on the 2 different times to show, or so that we know we're going from morning to afternoon. So morning to afternoon, AM to PM. Now let's underline our question. If it is 11:30 a.m. right now, how long is it until the movie starts? Now that we know what we're looking for, we need to set up our number line. As you can see, I have already drawn the number line, and I actually have some important information that I'd like to go over that is already on my number line. So right here, we have our start time, which is 11:30 a.m. I also have my reference point at 12 o'clock p.m. so that I know that we're jumping from a.m. to p.m. That'll just help us to remember that. And then I also have my end time right here, which is 7:15 p.m. Now that we have everything set up, we're going to start working on the problem. So to start off, I'm going to jump from 11:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. That would be 30 minutes, and I'm just going to do that so we're at an even number as we're jumping. So I'm going to jump from 11 to 11:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. I'm also going to put plus 30 minutes up at the top so that I can keep track of the time that has elapsed. Okay, so I jumped from 11:30, 30 minutes, to 12 o'clock p.m. So 11:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. Okay, now I'm going to jump in 1 hour increments until I get to 7 o'clock p.m. Remember, we're trying to get to 7:15, but right now I'm just going to try and get to 7. So here's plus 1 hour. That would bring our new time to 1 o'clock p.m. Okay, we're going to jump another hour. That would bring our new time to 2 o'clock p.m. Okay, we're going to jump another hour. That would bring our new time to 3 o'clock p.m. We're going to jump another hour. That would bring our new time to 4 o'clock p.m. Going to jump another hour. Brings our new time to 5 o'clock p.m. I'm going to jump 1 more hour. That would make our new time 6 o'clock p.m. And 1 more hour, we're going to jump, plus 1 hour, would be 7 o'clock p.m. Okay, so now that I have all of my hours jumped, I still have this little bitty section right here that I haven't jumped. But we're getting to 7:15 and we're only at 7 o'clock. Now I can't jump another hour right now because then that would make it 8 o'clock and we would have gone too far and the movie would have already started. So I'm just going to jump that 15 minutes. So I'm going to do 15 minutes and that gets us to our end time 7:15. Okay, now that we have done our number line, we need to count up the amount of hours that have elapsed so far. Not minutes, just hours right now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 hours has elapsed between 11:30 a.m. and 7:15 p.m. However, we still have these two sections on either end. So one's 30 minutes and one's 15 that we have not accounted for. So let's circle those. That's 15 minutes and 30 minutes. So if we do 30 plus 15, that equals 45 minutes. So now that we have calculated all of our elapsed time, let's restate our question into our answer. If it is 11:30 a.m. right now and the movie starts at 7:15 p.m., then we have 7 hours and 45 minutes until the movie starts.